Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday today, back at work. I was working yesterday, but I didn't have any transport to get about, so I spent the day in the house doing online training while I looked out on the sunshine, thinking it's a nice day to be out and about. We're out and about today, not looking forward to the day either. Got well, today was going to be a run up to the east coast to look at a 140LCR-7. We will get there hopefully, but first I've got another 140LCR just local that cut out yesterday. Look how cool that thing is there. Big 990 chopper weapon. So yeah, I had a customer on late yesterday evening. His 140 cut out, engine management lights, so got him into the service menu, etc. And I don't think the fuel lift pump's working. And it's an LCR, and it's an early LCR without the little square hole in the counterweight, so yeah, it's not going to be fun. What I'll try and do is go back through all my videos and find a video of an LCR with the counterweight off, and I'll draw you a little circle around what we're going to be trying to find on this digger. You'll also have to bear with us as well over the next couple of weeks with videos coming out, because obviously I've missed a whole day yesterday content wise. So I'm now, even if I do two videos a week for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be one short. So just, it is what it is. Might be able to do enough today to split it in half, but I don't think so. So yeah, I have got Connor for the rest of the week, is that right? Or are you off on Friday? What have you decided?
I'll be off on Monday.
He's going to take Monday off instead to run us around, and then I'm off again for 2 weeks. The story with the van, in case you didn't know, here's what happened to the van. Last Tuesday I was coming back from York area, coming around the M61 just south of Bolton, and the van lost go. It just, I was just driving with the cruise control on, the van took a shudder, and then there was a whistle, and then I tried to accelerate with my throttle pedal, and there was no reaction, so I pulled over to the left, and yeah, I thought I'd blown a turbo pipe off or something. Now, I did phone them yesterday to find out what the score with the van was. Apparently it hasn't been in for diagnosis, but I went up there yesterday to grab some bits and pieces out of the van for this week, and there is an intake pipe sat on the passenger seat. When I took it, when I finally got back up to Carlisle with it, the engineer in the workshop was saying that it was probably most likely the turbo, and that the turbo will have detonated and put sparkly metal into the engine. So yeah, when I spoke to them yesterday, they said it's probably going to need an engine, which is good. I just hope they've got it turned around by the time I get back from my holidays. I do. But it'll be what it'll be, won't it, I suppose. So anyway, right, you'll join us when we're at this 140 LCR. Right then, so this is why it's a bit of a sticky situation for this fella, because it's cut out and won't restart right on this fence line here, and they're on with renewing the fence. Oh, there might be a hole there, hey? Hey, we might have a hole to work out there. Might not be so bad. Right, what we want to do then is we want to turn the ignition on and just verify that there is no buzzing noise. So, turn the ignition on. Yep, there is no buzzing noise. I've just managed to take that out, which is good because it'll give us a lot more space. And it's also revealed no hole in the counterweight. which is a shame. So Connor's away to get a bit of 2-core wire with it, male female Deutsch plug on, because what we might be able to do if we've not got power at the plug for it somewhere down here, if we haven't got any power there, then we can run the lift pump off the work light and get it off this fence line back into the field, so at least the fencer can do his fencing. Right, Connor's made up a good length of 2-core wire, and I've got the fuel pump unplugged down here somewhere. Where is it gone? It's somewhere down here. Way down here. There it is. You see? That's the kind of depth we'll be working at when we do come to replace this pump, which I have a feeling we'll have to, but we're going to check for power first. So instead of trying to get the multimeter on that plug, I'm going to extend this wire up here. We haven't got power here, and we're going to have to plug this bit of wiring loom into a work light is what I do. Where's it at? No. It's not on properly. Hang on. Got a wire coming up now. I'm going to go and turn the ignition on, and Connor's going to tell me that there's no power there, and I think that'll be a better outcome. Ignition on, this should stay alive for about 2 minutes. We have power. That's disappointing. That's the new one. I get to go and try and fit that now. Now what I think I did last time I fitted one of these on zero tail swings was remove these 4 Allen bolts and take it off the bracket, because I think that bolt there is like the final straw, you just can't get to it. And then these pump fittings are a tinker to get on. We're going to go and plug this onto the machine anyway, just to make sure that this thing goes brrr, just really quick, just to prove a point, so we're not doing all of this for no reason. Right, I got the thumbs up when I turned the ignition on. I don't want to leave the ignition on with a pumping fresh air, because it'll not do it any good. So yeah, get to do this blind at arm's length now. Right, we arrived here about 9 o'clock. It's 37 minutes past 10. Got it out in 2 pieces. I worked away getting these bolts out. That was a real fight, so then I could get it. I couldn't get those stupid quick release couplings. Couldn't get my finger on the underside of there, and I know you're all saying, oh, get yourself some of them pliers and that. Well, I have got some of them pliers and they're useless in a tight confined area. And anyway, I haven't got my own van. So then I ended up separating the pump from the body here, which you can probably get away with doing, but it's getting that to seal on there. You know what I mean? You could leave that on, but then getting at these 2 back Allen bolts, the kind of ECU cover sits across here like that. Just an absolute pig of a thing. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee now, and Connor's going to put it back in. Right, it only took 20 minutes to put the new one back on. We've changed the fuel filters. So it's alive! Hooray! Well, that's a good job, well done. Like I say, that's the second one I've done on a zero tail swing. It's the second time I've done one on this machine, so this machine has a lot of bad memories for me. Oh, yeah. That really tested my patience, that. We'll get this machine moved out of this got out to be a nice day, look. We're just coming round the bottom side of Edinburgh. Yeah, lovely little do. We could have like gone right up through the borders. That was 2 hours 39. And when you actually look at the 3 options you get given, it's actually 10 minutes quicker to drive up to Edinburgh and go back down the way. And I said we better take that option, seeing as though we're getting here later in the day. I said to the fella I'd be here for about 11:30, but then I sent him a message saying it'd probably be more like 3, but it's going to look like 2 o'clock. So we're not doing too bad. We'll only be an hour or so here, like, but it's one of those jobs that I've been keeping in my back pocket till I'm up this way. And I had a couple of other jobs that I was penciling in. So those are the jobs, they're not on the cards to do today, like. So it's probably as well we had that breakdown this morning. Nice easy day though. Now that fuel pump's done. What a shocker that was. Connor's got the tunes on. Had a nice leisurely lunch. Yeah, it's good. Big houses on here, look.
Oh, nice, isn't it?
Anyway, we're just stuck in a bit of traffic, but we're nearly here. Tidy New Holland. Not often you see tractors and dump trailers on building sites, is it? Anyway, here's our man. Yeah, I was going to say I want us down here. Flipping heck. Dusty, look! Dusty! See where he wants us. Tell you what, I know my toolbox is old and whatnot, and it doesn't have roller bearing drawers. That is so nice. That is very nice. But I would just be very disappointed once it fell apart. What am I looking for in here? Got a screwdriver. Another screwdriver maybe. Aha! That one. Right, I'll let you service. I'll go into the cab. So while Connor is servicing, I'm going to replace this gauge panel because we've got cracks around here and here and here and here. That's to do. And then this gauge panel is cracked as this air conditioning control panel's cracked, but it's also not remembering the temperature that was set previously, so that's all to get replaced as well. I'm going to start with the gauge panel here. Just double checked cleaning products, and there isn't any pink cleaning product there, shall we say, which is good, because I said that's what would be causing it. So that's gone. Right, yeah, I just need that button moved a bit. So this is the sunlight sensor up here, and it's often easier just to pop it out in situ to get it unplugged. They can sometimes break. There we go. Pop that out of there, and then remember to plug it back in at the end. Ow. There we go, nice new one. Well done. Right, that one next. I've done the easy bit first, look. There we go then, out with the old, in with the new, different software versions, different part number versions. That's the new one. I reckon Connor's nearly finished. It sounds like he's putting belly plates back on. Yeah, I'm just when I get him to make sure that everything works as it should before I disappear on this digger, because we've got the Encon on it. There's all sorts of extra plugs and wiring. I don't think I've touched anything, and if something doesn't work I probably won't know where to start, but there's a lot more wiring down in there than what I'd be used to seeing, you know. Right, I've got this new AC control panel in, and I went round there just to see how Connor was getting on, and he is literally finished as well. So all is well. Alright, I'm going to set the temperature in the cab to 20 degrees. I'm going to switch the machine off. And then we'll wait for that screen to die. And then we'll turn the ignition back on. Has it saved it? It has. Marvellous, marvellous. Right, so I'm going to go into the gauge panel now, set everything back up again, because the new gauge panel will be needing reset. Has it got... yeah, it has got all those settings, that's fine. Right, I need to reset the service lights and all that good stuff too. Right then, home time. What a nice day over here. How warm is it? 16? 19 degrees in Scotland.
It is a Vauxhall, mine.
It is a Vauxhall, so you can give or take 3 or 4 degrees, can't you? But it's lovely, like. Anyway, what time are we on? 3:30, 2.5 hours home. 5:30 finish for me, 7 o'clock finish for you. Hey, man, you'll be eating steak for the rest of the week by the time you got your overtime in, look.
I know.
Right, can't imagine there's out else to show you on the way home. Which way are we going back, do you think?
What way do you want to go?
Probably the way we came on. Like, it is a nice drive down through the borders, but
Hey, I'm happy to
it's
go
6
on the
and 2
borders
3s and half a dozen. Well, I'll consult the phone anyway. Thanks for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that as well. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next video, which will be whatever I get up to tomorrow. Ooh, radiator and a big 40-ton digger. We're looking forward to that one, aren't we? See you in the next one.